Now let's take a minute and talk about Nicholas Jackson. Now in this world, if there's anybody that understands the meaning of suffering, is an African man. It's like the world is unfair to African men, to be precise. I know the world is unfair to everybody, and everybody can say life is hard, but for African men, life is even harder because this platform that people have to make it outside of Africa, we don't have it like that. There are some many people that know how to play football very well, but we don't have that structure in our countries in Africa. So it is hard for African people to make it like that compared to those European people, despite our talents. But then there's Nicolas Jackson that somehow made it as a professional footballer. Not just that, even went to the biggest, one of the biggest clubs in the world, Chelsea. Now, Chelsea is one club that is not used to giving players the opportunities like that. Their own policy is either you deliver or you go. But for some reason, Jackson had the opportunity to cement his place in that Chelsea team for 2 years. They had other players that at that same time they were there too, but they did not have that opportunity. But for some reason, Jackson had the opportunity to make it as a top player, to be the center forward of a big club and just cement your place for there for like the next 5 6 years. He had the opportunity. He only needed to work on his finishing. Everything was okay with Jackson, just his finishing. But for some reason, if anybody made any comment about Jackson and his poor finishing, he was fighting the people instead of working on himself to make himself a better player. So he had this issue of always fighting people that are trying to advise him to work on his finishing. Then even in the pitch too, he had this attitude problem. Anytime there was a rift in that football pitch, anytime Chelsea was playing, you will see Jackson there either collecting unnecessary yellow cards or red cards. But now they have moved on from Jackson. Now the opportunity that he had now, you have thrown it out of the bus just because of ego. If he only calmed down like a normal human being and tried to work on his finishing, by now he would have been playing the Champions League with Chelsea this coming season. But Chelsea have moved on from Jackson, and that is another level reason for Chelsea because unlike the last two previous seasons, they will not only be playing good football, but they will have good strikers that will come and finish. If you play with somebody like Jackson and out of five opportunities, if you manage to finish one, you have to go and thank your God. But right now, they have players that one opportunity they can bury it. And the way they play for this club, they're playing for Chelsea like it's a privilege for them. Like anytime that João Pedro plays, he's playing with that privilege that, oh, I have to make things happen. If not, I will not end this sport that I have. And anytime the lab comes in too, he's giving his 101%. So I feel like Chelsea have moved on from Jackson, and he has only himself to blame because he had the opportunity to cement his place in this team and play this next Champions League with Chelsea, but he just threw it out of the box.